I thought it would be a lot easier if I just explained a little intro before you see all of the footage of the day. After I finished the last video, my mate went and got the names done for me and put them on the boat. So they're in this video, but I forgot to kind of intro them. Now the reason Pops is all my kids and all my brother's kids and everything else and all my father's children, their kids, grandchildren, always call him Pops. He's always been called Pops. So we were trying to think of a cool name to put on the boat, and I lost my dad 2 years ago. So we decided to name the boat Pops. So that's the reason for Pops, and that's the reason it's called Pops. On the 28th of October, it would have been a year since I got the boat. So it's took me nearly a year before we went to get her in the water. So let's talk about the trip. It was not ideal to start with. The weather was bad. We had 35-mile-an-hour winds, and you know, he advised me many times we shouldn't be going out in this, it's going to be crap, it's going to be dangerous and all of that. But I thought, well, I'm just desperate to get out on the thing. So anyway, we filled it up with fuel. I headed round there really early in the morning. Got there about 8 o'clock. No, about 7, sorry. And then we got down to the water for about 7:30, 8 to 7:45, something like that. We launched the boat in the water, not many issues. I launched it in and I drove the van back up, and Sam, who's a very experienced boater, drove the boat up, and I jumped on and off we went on our journeys. We got out to the mouth of the river and the engine wasn't revving properly and we weren't getting on the plane. So we get into Southampton waters and the waves were beating us. We turned round, went to a pontoon, had a little look over the engine, everything was okay, shifted some weight about because the thing was leaning to the right, and the weight was all at the back and there wasn't much in the front, so we moved everything up the front that we could, and I climbed up inside as well and we opened her up and down she went on the plane. So she started, you know, jumping along lovely. It was really, really rough. We were jumping waves and, you know, really getting hammered, and the seat broke, the driver's seat broke, so we had to maintain, you know, deal with that all day, sliding about and stuff. So we headed down Southampton waters like this. And then we went down the River Itchen all the way to the end and back again like this. And then we went around into Town Quay and down the River Test to the end and back again like this. And then we went all the way up Southampton waters, out past Calshot, and we got as far as between Calshot and the Isle of Wight. There's a famous bramble bank of shingle in the middle. Lots of boats have hit it, and we'll talk about that later. But anyway, we got to roughly about there, and it was horrendous. So with the seat constantly sliding about and falling off, we turned around and headed right down to the bottom of Hamble where we were parked and where we launched Hamble River, like this. So all in all, it went okay really. I mean, we broke the seat, but that's repairable. We found some weight issues, which again, that's why you do sea trials. So, you know, we got it back and we'll sort all that out. Nothing broke down. A few things went wrong, like it's supposed to do on sea trials, and we were struggling because it wasn't getting on the plane properly, but once on the plane, it went okay. So yeah, we got it back, pulled her out the water, went back home to Sam's house and cleaned the van and the boat and everything off, and job's a good one. So not really much else to tell you. Most of it's in the footage. It was really difficult for me to film because obviously I was getting smashed everywhere, soaked, and I didn't want my phone out in that. So I have to work out some sort of way of filming better. We were going to get the drone out and had all, you know, troll trip planned and everything, but the weather was against us. So anyway, let's get into it. Watch the footage and see what you think. Launch day. windy, it's cold. I'm gonna get wet. Oh well. I've got to try and get on it. But she's in the water, people. She's leaning over to one side, pretty heavy. She's in the water. I can't bloody believe it. She's in the water. I better try and get on it.
Another season we leave behind. Another story that's got me blind. Got only you on my mind. I couldn't face what I couldn't find. Just need to know I need peace of mind. Where are you now? Even though I won't believe it, the truth is a lie, we are healing. Even though words are deceiving, you move on. 'Cause every time I try, yeah, every time I dream, there's always this big part of me wanna believe in what I see. If you can make me smile, if only for a while, there's always this big part of me wanna believe in what I see. Believe in you and me. I'm all alone down the steady road, just full of thoughts about to explode. Facing the night, even though I won't believe it, the truth is a lie, we are healing. Even though words are deceiving, you move on. 'Cause every time I try, yeah, every time I dream, there's always this big part of me wanna believe in what I see. If you can make me smile, if only for a while, there's always this big part of me wanna believe in what I see. Believe in you and me. I gotta get away from here. I gotta get it through my head that even though I lost, I'll find something better. I'm running all around this town. This feeling has me stepping down, but I don't wanna have to break too much longer. 'Cause every time I try, yeah, every time I dream, there's always this big part of me wanna believe in what I see.
here today. We are literally just coming out the mouth of the river. And look at
Going to get worse, right?
yeah.
That's not getting full red.
It's not. Doesn't sound like it.
That's out.
It's really choppy out here. Things are breaking. Where she's going. Lots to sort out though. At the very bottom of the river, itching.
Hello, Smart.
Famous cow shot tug. Finally having some renovation work done on it. Funnel's been removed. Deck, I think. But it's nice to see. Same stadium, Samantha Stadium behind it. the shape of the big hole. Let's see how close we can get. Feet of water. You don't really get to see the sheer size of them really until you're like this, and you're just like, Jesus, it's just massive. Big horns up there. We're really close, it doesn't look like it, but we're actually real close. Some of the lifeboats need a good clean. Some of them are really nice and clean and some of them are really mank. Security warning. Keep 50 meters away. Stand corrected, it's the Ventura. You can actually see the dude up in there. Been there, I was trying to wave it, but he's being ignorant. Massive. We got it out. I will explain in a minute. There is a lot of mud